Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all the overcomers out there. I haven't been on this thing in a minute, but we back at it. A very great subject today that I'm expounding on, and I think it's at this point in time in my life and a lot of people's lives around me, I believe that it's a very, very important thing to talk about, thing to expose, something to overcome, and just, something to just, to have a conversation about. I know I said that twice, but I'm fine. So shout out to all my overcomers. Shout out to my family. Shout out to the bosses. Shout out to the kingdom workers. Shout out to just everybody that's pushing forward in this thing we call life, because at the end of the day, we never know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to hurt us, how it's going to heal us, how it's going to help us. We're just all pushing forward in the midst of all that. And for that, I appreciate you. For all the people that have inspired me to continuously to push forward and things like that. So let's get to it. So the subject, if you don't know, it's a question. It is a question. What did the deprivation of our innocence cost us? So a lot of people that I've talked to a couple of people about the question that I'm asking, and it's kind of confusing to some people. But I was having a conversation with somebody, a friend of mine, actually Miss Jasmine Hill, shout out to my homie. And I came up with this months ago, man. It could have been almost close to a year ago. With that question, what did the deprivation, and I really wanted her to be on here, but shout out to Jazz. She out here doing her thing, just got her master's, I believe. And she doing her thing, shout out to Jazz. But anyways, what did the deprivation of our innocence cost us? What does that mean? That's the question. So that basically means us being deprived of what a child is, the gift that we have. What did it cost us later on in life? But before I start to talk about that and give my mindset behind it, my understanding behind it, I would like to lead us with a verse. I was about to shoot this the other day, but I just couldn't really, couldn't meditate to a verse that I believe that was fitting for this subject. So the verse that I got to, it's coming out of Titus. Titus, I don't know. Titus, Titus. The chapter, and literally, we got 3 chapters. I've never heard of this book in the Bible, but it's got some game in it. So Titus, chapter 1, verse 15, and it reads, to the pure, all things are pure, but those who are corrupted and do not believe, nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and conscience are corrupted. I'm going to read that again because it may have went over somebody's head in the back. To the pure, all things are pure, but to those who are corrupted and do not believe, nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and conscience are corrupted. So this is a great starting point for me, you know what I'm saying, in regards to the subject of, what did the deprivation of our innocence cost us? Because I believe it cost me almost everything. Like, I believe that I can go far enough to say it almost cost me my life. Friendships. It cost me so many things. Everybody can. Okay, I'm gonna break down the verse. So to the pure, all things are pure. So that when I hear that, I think about my children. I think about how pure-hearted they are. So two profound things that I have learned from my son in the past year. And that's part of the reason why he's like in his face is in there. I'm gonna give you a little backstory on the picture. So yesterday we was on our way back from school, I'm on my way to the gym or whatever, and he's just outside and he's just looking up in the back seat. And in my head I'm just like, what is he thinking about? You know what I'm saying? I, took the video and, screenshotted the picture, and I just thought he thinking whatever. So yeah, that's why he did. But it's fitting, I feel like. It's a nice artwork. But anyways, where was I? Two things my son has taught me. One thing, overcoming fear, and the second thing is forgiveness. And I believe that when we are babies, when we are toddlers, those particular things, and I think we can attach a lot of other things, particularly the things as far as the fruit of the Spirit. Well, no, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that because my son, we praying on self-control right now, like literally every day. But anyways, those two things, I would say, it taught me so much. And I'm gonna give you this, the stories on how my son taught me forgiveness and overcoming fear. So 6 or 7 months ago, I was giving my son a bath. Was I giving him? No, I was about to hop in the shower. And I've come to realize that I gotta spank my kids or whatever. Cause when they first was born, I was like, man, you know what? I'm not gonna spank my kids, whatever it may be. But no, them babies need some whoopings because I spare the rod, spoil the child, and we're not gonna spoil the child. But anyways, he was acting up. I forgot what he did, but he was acting up, so I gave him a little spanking or whatever. So right before I got the shower running. So right before, you can tell I'm on my way to the shower. So right before I get in the shower, I whoop him, whatever. Go in the shower, come out. I come out, he's in his room, I'm passing by. All I hear is, Daddy, you're my best friend. And I'm just like, in my head, I just whooped him. Like, why is he, you know what I'm saying? Like, that literally was like 5-10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was, in a way, his adversary. In a way, because I whooped him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that taught me what God tells us about being forgiving. And that's something that I believe a lot of us adults, young teens struggle with, the inability to forgive somebody. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean let that person back in your life, but that breaks you free from so much emotional incarceration. It breaks you free from so much bitterness and resentment, because those qualities that you develop when you don't forgive somebody holds you back from a lot of opportunities that God can give you to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Like, and it's not forgiving one. And what I've learned, and I learned this before, because one of my mentors, Bishop Orville Gaynor, he taught me the steps of forgiveness. And I learned this years prior to when my son, you know what I'm saying, taught me this when we were in that little situation. But when I was speaking with him, Bishop, forgiveness isn't for me. No, forgiveness isn't for them, because a lot of people have this negative preconceived notion on, if you forgive somebody, they're getting over on you. Or if you forgive somebody, you soft or whatever. But that's not what forgiveness is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of your character. You know what I'm saying? In those times, God gives you the opportunity, especially when somebody did you wrong, God gives you the opportunity to develop character. It develops a certain type of just persistent. It gives me, I believe, like just learning and seeing, because I'm not all the way there. I'm not gonna lie with forgiveness, but it helps me like accept things more, let things go. You know what I'm saying? Because we be holding on to stuff for years and years. You know what I'm saying? Over what could have been a misunderstanding, over a conversation that what could have had. And I believe, and then too, while you're listening to this, think about where, the things that you've been robbed, the innocence that you've been robbed, even the forgiveness. Let's talk about forgiveness. Like, where in your childhood, you know what I'm saying, did you learn to not forgive? Where did it start? You know what I'm saying? And going back to my son's situation, man, like just for him to just 5-10 minutes later, just to, reconcile in a way, you know what I'm saying, to be like, Dad, basically, what's up? You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You did what you did, whatever. You feel me? Like just that quick. You know what I'm saying? And that was just so powerful to me, and even after that, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really resonate how powerful it was and how I should have moved forward, in relationships or whatever the case may be. But like now today, that will forever be like, a situation where I really owe it to God and my son, because I believe that just that lesson that he taught me is going to open up so many different doors. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still gonna meditate on like where my inability to forgive came from. You know what I'm saying? Because I still don't really know, honestly, like where did, when did I start? You know, because all this stuff be starting. No, this is learned behavior, because we're not born like this. Like I said, like my son, like it's just, I whoop him, whatever the case, he get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes later, he all up on me. You know what I'm saying? Still, still loving me and doing all that stuff. Like, so it's like, that's one of the things that I believe that I was, in my innocence, something, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but I know that I have and I know a lot of people out there listening has a problem with forgiving. And my son, he taught me that. The next one was overcoming fear. And I believe that is something that has held millions of people back from going to the next level, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Fear. So my son, right, we went to Virginia Beach last weekend, and so we went down because my little brother, my niece, she had a birthday party, and the party was at a recreation center that had a pool in it. So the whole time there, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, yeah, Chan, we're going to the pool, boom, boom, boom. So we get there, he is hysterical. I'm talking about tripping. And I'm just looking like, and even better looking at him like, Chan, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you tripping like that? He's just tripping. I'm getting him dressed. He just not, he's really not on it. He's tripping. And we've been to the pool before, but I ain't never reacted like this. So I just was just like, hey, we gotta get it going. You know what I'm saying? We came here. We done drove 8-9 hours. We getting in that pool, brother. I don't care. I'm be there. We gotta I'm gonna be there, but you know what I'm saying? So I assisted him getting in the pool, and literally soon as his foot touched the water, that boy had a blast. I'm talking about didn't want to leave. Even after we left Virginia, you know what I'm saying, he was still asking, Daddy, I still want to go to the pool. You know what I'm saying? You know how kids be once they enjoy something. He did not want to leave because we had a certain amount of time to be in the pool, and then we went to the park. He was one of the last kids to leave. You know what I'm saying? The pool. You know what I'm saying? We was kind of late to the party because he was in the pool. And I say all that to say I give that example because my son was very fearful of getting in that pool. But once he put his foot in the water, which we need to do when it comes to things. You know what I'm saying? Put our foot in the water. You know what I mean? He enjoyed himself. I believe one of the best experiences of his little childhood so far. You know what I'm saying? So, and I could have been that parent that, you know, was just, whatever, you know, but, you know, I helped him and he got in there and, yeah, man, I just truly believe that, whomever is out there, you know, listening and watching it, let's try to identify what things.
Well, you, you getting ready to be a rich nigga, you feel, cause, come.
That you've been through as younger, that you've been deprived of your innocence, because I believe the ability to be fearless, you know what I'm saying, you're born with that. You know, just honestly, like the way my kid jumps around and all that stuff, the ability to be forgiving just off a drop of a dime, you're born with that. And I believe that we that is learned behavior over the years, that somewhere, somehow, you know, it made us unforgivable. You know, not unforgivable, the inability to forgive, being fearful. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, like those are two of the lessons my son, he taught me over this year. I'm glad, because in that too, like, man, I was, you know, still coming out of a rough season of my life, you know, but, you know, God, and that would be reasons for seasons too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like if I wasn't even in that season, I don't even think I would have got the opportunity to even learn that. You know what I'm saying? So going forward on this verse, to the pure, all things are pure, but to those who are corrupted and do not believe, nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and conscience are corrupted. I believe learning how to not forgive, that can be an example from your mom and your dad. Come on now. Everybody done, you know, daddy, mama, baby mama drama. Let's get real. You know, baby mama resentful towards the baby daddy resentful towards the baby mama. Every time they get in close proximity, they argue. You know what I'm saying? Because one of them can't forgive each other. And that's the example that you saw. You know what I mean? I ain't saying blame your parents, because we grown now. You know what I'm saying? You're able to understand, but it's like, be able to understand that. And that's what helps me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm struggling with something, meditating on, like, why am I like, why? Like, I did that with anxiety. Meditated on, you know, because meditation, shout out to my homie Ashanti. She helped me understand what meditation was used for. It is the time where you listen to God. And I do that. I pray, talk to him, and I meditate, and I, you know, listen to him. And one of the times I meditated on why my anxiety, where did I get anxiety from? Why am I struggling with anxiety? Came from when I was young, you know, being stupid, smoking and stuff. And but over time, I've been able to compartmentalize my anxiety. You know what I mean? It's been a good thing. But I don't want to get off subject. So it said, what does it say? But those who are corrupted do not believe, nothing is pure. Nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and conscience are corrupted. So yes, so I believe once we truly, like, we get contaminated almost, you know what I'm saying, with influences of other people, you know what I'm saying, because that takes away from our our innocence. You know what I'm saying? Like that really does. It deprives us of our innocence when we're. That's why I try to keep my children as safe as possible, even with the things that I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of the reason why I don't really listen to rap. You know what I mean? Like, I throw my Cole on every night, throw a little Drake on, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't bumping, you feel me? No me. Like, shout out to all them guys, but for me, you know what I'm saying? That isn't productive for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? Because that forms your way of thinking and all that. But yeah, going back to that, it just like you experiencing that deprivement of your innocence, that being able to forgive, seeing the examples, being able to be fearless. You know what I'm saying? Your sometimes your parents don't give you the opportunity. They sheltered you so much, so that's why you're so fearful. Or you saw an example of someone not chasing their dreams. You know, so it can be little stuff like that plants little seeds in your head that makes you think that you can't do something. And that's like literally not the case. Whatever the mind says, it will do. Like I work with people all the time, right? When I work with people, but I deal with a lot of people that are in poverty, you know, in one of my ventures or whatever, business ventures. And I hear a lot of people like, I'm poor, this, and I really get kind of sort of irritated because it's like, no, you're not poor. Like, you have to train your mind to understand what you are. What you think about yourself is what you're going to become. So if you say that you're poor, if you speak those things, you're going to be poor. But if you say you're going to get money, you say you're going to be rich, you say that you're going to be financially free, you say that you're going to be spiritually elevated, if you say these things, speak those things as though they were and they shall come to pass. Think those things and they shall come to pass. But that's a whole nother little situation now. But just understanding, man, that, you know, those things that we even if we don't act on the things that we've been deprived of, the opportunities that we should have had, you know, I believe that it settles in our subconscious. We start to, you know, kind of believe that I'm fearful, you know, and it shows in our actions, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it cost us. It cost us not really going to the next level in life as we get older. You know what I'm saying? Those things that we have been exposed to, those things that we have, you know, just been deprived of, you know, if y'all following me, you know what I'm saying, are the things that, let's be honest, like if you having relationship issues, you know what I'm saying? Like for instance, for me, like, you know, like I said, I'm still meditating on why I had a hard time with forgiving. I had a hard time with forgiving. But what it has cost me is romantically relationships. What it has cost me casually friendships. What it has cost me opportunities, you know, to network with people. You know, I have this certain preconceived notion of, I didn't forgive this person is associated with this person, so I'm not gonna mess with this person. And that person could have took me to the next level in life. Those are the things that cost. That's what it cost. Like hanging on to the things that you were deprived of from younger. For me, it's forgiveness and being fearless. Cost me so much time. It cost me so many different opportunities that could have, you know, put my family in a different tax bracket. I don't know. You know, it cost me a lot of just So I encourage, everybody to understand and identify, what were you deprived of? What did you miss out on? And don't play the blame game, because that ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, because it's like there's nothing nobody can do about it, like at all. It's just being real. Like there's nothing, like your mom did this, your dad, like there's nothing they can't do about it. So, but what you can do about it is elevate. Continuously pray, and continuously work on and practice that, because I want to get to a place where I'm just and I'm not bragging or boasting, but I'm getting there. I truly am, with forgiveness, being fearless, and just going, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because it is what it is. That's how I look at it. So I encourage everybody who's listening, identify those things. Identify those things, because it's going to take you to the next level. It's going to help you get to the next level. And also, parents, leaders, I did a pod on forgiveness. No, faithfulness, and I refer to this all the time. And I believe that if you're a leader, if you're a parent, your inability to be faithful, if you say that you are a follower of God, your inability to be faithful to God or have faith in Him can affect someone else's perspective on what it should look like. Like, honestly, like, there's this verse in the Bible that talks about that, and that's so real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I take my my life seriously, because I understand that my children are looking at me. Like, the things that I do and say, they're going to do and say. You know what I'm saying? And it's just period. Like, they copy verbatim what you do. And then that correlates to the relationship that you have with other people. If you're leading people, if you're, a big brother, big sisters, like, you know what I'm saying, that energy affects them too. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a person that can't forgive and stuff like that, best to believe your child is going to reciprocate that. If you're a person that is fearful or just can't keep their word or whatever, your child is going to reciprocate. Trust me, I'm a living witness on both ends. So it's important to really, like, meditate on those things and overcome those things, because not only you are affected, other people are affected as well. And especially if you're a leader, if you're leading a family, you're leading a business, you're leading a church, whatever, like, the qualities and the characteristics that are embedded in you, you give off that. And sometimes you may not even directly affect, that person, but that's a possibility. So we have to be careful, Yes, we have to reflect on the things, the impurities that we have developed. Yes, that's cool and all, but we have to move forward, especially when we get to a certain place in life. We can't keep excusing our actions, because it gets to a point, and it's unfortunate, and I feel you, I relate, you know what I'm saying, but we get to a point where we got to be about that action, and we got to get to it, you know what I'm saying, because for some people listening, a lot of people dependent on you, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, and it can affect some people's livelihood out of your frustration or your stubbornness or whatever it may be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the things that I can be. Frustrated, stubborn, arrogant. You have to, man. We got to, man. And it's real. It's a real thing. It's two sides to this. So yeah, what did the deprivation of our innocence cost us? What did it cost me? I'm gonna give y'all one answer. What did it cost me? It cost me my identity. It cost me my identity at one point in time. But now, I know I am, baby. So, with that being said, oh, and I got this up there, man. OG, I'm reading this Disruptive Thinking, man, by T.D. Jakes. I'm just, chopping through it a little bit every now and then. But it's a good book, though. If you looking to elevate, check that out, man. I like it. But anyways, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in one more time. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna be honest, my energy a little low. At least I'm all hype and stuff, but I'm a little tired today. But it's all good, man. We got it done. Identify what the deprivation of your innocence cost you. Let that be the driving force to help you go to the next level in life. Stop playing. Let's get to it. Let's elevate. You know what I'm saying? And let's just win, man. Let's just win. Win your morning. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Win your morning so you can win your day, so you can win your week, so you can win your month, so you can win your year, so you can win your life. You did. So I love y'all. Keep overcoming. Keep pushing forward. Keep persevering. Keep loving. Keep doing you. Keep being you unapologetically, respectfully, and just keep at it, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all more often, week by week. And yes, God bless y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Peace.